welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. Today we have a very interesting video still related to real estate, the different items that are going to make your home look more modern and contemporary and chic and very welcoming regardless of the space in your house. Okay, so number one is definitely going to come down to the natural light. Natural light is very important, because when you have enough natural light entering into your room, it helps the room to look more airy, more fresher, and it also gives an aspect of space, because you have natural light entering into the room. And the other good thing about having good natural light is because it also helps freshen up the room, like taking out bad air, more air coming in. So how are you going to be able to have this natural light? Is by having good ventilation. Like, for example, like windows. Make sure that you open up your windows more often, okay, so that you have more natural light and more air coming in into the room. Number two is going to come down definitely to the artificial light. Ooh, this is like a very big part of it, by the way. Like, the artificial light comes down to the, let's say, the lighting in your room, be it during daytime or let's say it's during like the night. Like, let's say it comes down to the gypsum ceiling if you have one. Even if you don't have one, let's say that the light, the bulb that you have at the center of your room, you could as well make sure to have, like, say something like, let's say, a floor lamp or like a mounted wall light as well, something like this. I'm just gonna be leaving some pictures out here. They could add something. They help to break the boredom in the room. So that is a very important aspect as well. Another thing that you should actually make sure to have in your house that is also going to help you have a more modern feel and look is the furniture. Make sure to have furniture that is going to complement, like, let's say, the room, like the space of the room. If you're going to have, let's say, like, if your room is small, it's not a very spacious room, then you can have furniture that is more lifted off the ground to try and give a more spacious feel to the room. If your room is big enough, then you can have a more lower furniture, and your furniture could as well be able to complement itself, like, let's say, be able to move in rhythm or in sync with each other, like, for example, the color patterns, the wooden patterns, such and etc. Another thing that you can actually look out for as well is like the paint in the room. Like, if you're going to have, let's say, like dark colors on your walls, that would be good if, let's say, you have a very spacious room. But if your room is not so spacious, make sure that your paint is actually lighter, so that it gives a brighter feeling to the room. Well, another thing that you can do to make your house look more, let's say, more modern, to give it a more modern feel, is by making sure that it is much more lighter. Don't make it a heavy room, okay? By doing this, I mean, let's say, get rid of things that you don't actually use all the time. So don't buy things that you actually don't need, because you actually have less space inside your room. Another thing is the storage. So make sure that you have just enough storage in your house. Like, let's say, especially if let's say your house has small space, the room, be it a bedroom or living room, make sure that you have enough storage space. So you can have furniture that has a lot of storage in it. Let's say, like, if it's a bed, it has storage cabinets. If it's a living room, like the coffee table could have storage under it, so that you can actually keep many things in there to avoid a lot of clutter. So that would be so cute. And then also personalize your room. Make it be more like you, okay, so that you can feel good while you're actually inside your room. Like, for example, if you love art, make sure to have like an art piece somewhere, or have some pictures of you, or just literally have some art pieces or some ornaments. If you're not the type of person that loves art, at least have something that says a lot about you. Oh, and one most important thing that I almost forgot that you should actually do for your rooms is having, let's say, you let the outside into the inside and letting the inside out. How are you going to do that? Is by making sure that, let's say, if you're constructing the house, you could give it a balcony, or if you don't really have space, let's say, for the balcony, just have, let's say, some plants within the house, like, let's say, a flower pot, or let's say you can just have some stones, somewhere, like some shells, like some sea life, something that looks like, okay, this is just from the outside. So if you have, like, let's say a balcony, you're taking your inside a little bit out. Yeah, so those are some of the things that I actually could think of. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you loved it. Peace out. Let me know if you would like me to have more of such videos with you, and then I could definitely bring it on. Like, subscribe, share.